Welcome back to my video. Today's focus is on how to use forearm to have power. So we've been focusing on how to punch, but what happens when you get closer to your opponent? You got to use your forearm because the forearm has more power than the punch. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to use your forearm in order to get power. Okay, Robbie, come on in. Okay, so when he's hooking me, right, we practice blocking this way, right? Now use your forearm, but your finger, make sure your fingers are open, okay? Not open like that, but you wanna be open just enough that when you open it, you feel the tense here, right? And then you gotta have the right angle, because if your angle is too much inside, then he'll cave in and it's very hard for you to get that leverage in order to block him, right? So you gotta get a little bit more than 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, this is a little bit more than 90 degrees, and this is when it's gonna give you the leverage. So when he hook you, you do like this, right? And it hurts. Okay, so when he's hooking you, just open it this way, okay? Now, it's also important to think like this. Let's say when someone's attacking you really fast, right? And you especially in boxing, they hold up their arm like this, right, in front of their face, because the gloves is big, so the glove can actually protect you from being hit on the face, right? But in a real life situation in the street, you don't have the luxury of wearing the gloves, right? So you don't want to bring it too close to your face either, because now if let's say if he hits here and then bounce to your fist, and then your fist will hit your face. So the best way is to open like that, right? See how I open out in the front? So let's say if he hooks you and I do this way, hook the other way, see, like this way. So if he come pump, I'm constantly this way, right? So that's the alternative from being in the ring, wearing boxing gloves, doing this. Now in the street, you do this. Because the truth is, you really don't know how fast he punches for you to react to block. So if he hooks here and I do that, yes, it's great, because I just told him to hook me in the face. But if he's gonna go 10 straight one to the face, I don't know which one. So just hold like that, right? Just hold like that, and when you get this aligned, you get that power, okay? So that's tip number one, is how to get the power at your forearm, okay? Now, how to use your forearm in order to execute versus a punch. So let's say he's hooking here. You see how I have a distance between him, so I can't get in, right? Now, when you get in this close here, it's hard to punch, because in order to have full power when you punch, your arm needs to be fully extended, okay? But if you're here, it cannot be fully extended, right? So you can hit him, but you don't exert that much power. So therefore now use your forearm. So instead of contacting here, you want to contact here. So I'm gonna use his arm for video purpose right now. If I do this, right? See, I do, right? It hurts, okay? So now just imagine he comes in, and from here, bam, right in the neck, yeah. Right? So I'm hitting him at his chest. But if in the real life situation, of course, you're gonna go for the throat, or you go for anywhere on the face, okay? Because once you hit the face, the only anchor that he has to protect his face is actually his neck. The forearm is gonna hit him so hard that unless he has a really strong and thick neck, then he can withstand the impact. But if he doesn't, then you really can take someone's neck off and give him whiplash and whatnot. But the focus here is to hit with the forearm, and this is the inside. Okay, so we do the inside again, and then later I'm going to show you the outside. So again, he's hooking and then moving. See, he's hooking, right in. So here, practice with your partner. He hooks, and you go this way. Okay, so this is the first way to practice forearm for the block, and then this is execution. He puts his hand down this way, see, this way. So now let's say what happened if he fights and he's punching and he's holding his hand up, right? Because most people in a fight, they do like this, boom, right? They hold like that, right? If he holds like that, doesn't matter. Go straight in. See that? See how he hit himself? Go straight in. Because someone with, remember I said in the beginning of the video, if his angle is less than 90 degrees, it's impossible for him to hold this angle and keep a strong forearm, right? Now, if it's out here, it's a different story. But if it's in here, he doesn't have that much power. Therefore, you just thrust in his forearm, right? And then the forearm will hit himself. His own forearm will hit himself. So that, so I just show you the inside part of the forearm. When do we use the outside part of the forearm? Okay. So I just showed in the beginning too. The outside part is for blocking. Now how to get in order to hit someone with the outside part of the forearm. So same thing. If he hooks this way here, hook, right? And then hook the other way. Hook. See how I practice both block side, right? And here, see his tummy? I go this way. So now from here, thrust, see? Thrust, right? I don't do this. I don't do punch, because if I punch, you see how it's being, the leverage is so short that it doesn't do the follow through, so that he's not gonna get hurt. So therefore from here, use the outside forearm and knife it, right? Knife it like that, right? But don't knife as in cutting, knife as in going through this, right? So now he's gonna take a little bit tight, right? Like that, okay? So that's how you use the outside forearm, okay? How do you train to have a strong forearm? So I believe in all types of martial arts, they have this thing called the 3-point arm training, right? So it goes like this. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then they do a couple times, 20, 30 times, whatever. While I do agree that you do arm toughening training in order to build calluses around your muscles here, right? So you can feel strong. But let's take it to another level, okay? If you do it right, you don't have to condition much, okay? And that comes from, again, the thrusting motion that I did earlier, okay? So if you're gonna do this way, so both horse stance, if you're gonna go this way and you're gonna go straight, then yes, you are conditioning your arm, right? But if you shorten it up and do the thrust like I just said, that he's gonna do the normal way, I'm gonna do my way that I just show you. If he goes in, I just thrust like that. See, he comes in, thrust like that. He goes down, thrust like that, right? Thrust like that, thrust, 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 thrust. So when you do that, actually you are cutting him off, right? And he's the one who's gonna be feeling the pain, not you, okay? Because you're cutting him off. Number one, you cut him off early. And number two, you're using the leverage from your elbow down to your fist. So you go this way, right? Versus you going this way, right? You're going this way. This is the reason why it's very hard for you to generate power. So therefore, the only thing is, you're just pounding each other so that you can feel the pain. Psychologically, you feel strong. So while doing, those 3-point arm training, if you just go into with using your entire shoulder, it's just building up your tolerance of how much can you withstand pain. But we really don't need to go there unless you want to. But look, as you age, your body is not going to be like when your 20s or 30s, right? When you get older, you get less muscle, your skin tend to shrink up a little bit. So therefore, you learn how to use the leverage, learn how to use power based on your body, right, versus brutal force. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple of scenarios on how to use the forearm, okay? Okay, so the first scenario is what happens if your opponent comes in and grab your leg, right? So he comes in, you wanna move out a little bit, right? The reason is when he charges to you, right, you have to make 2 quick decisions. Either you're gonna move back, right? So he moves forward, you move back in order to create the distance. Or he moves forward, and if you want to be committed to take him down, then you move forward along with him moving forward, okay? But there's no such thing as standing still. If you are gonna stand still and catch him, you're just too good, right? I'm not that good yet, so I'm gonna give you these 2 realistic scenario, okay? So he comes in again, you create that distance out, and from here, you see how my forearm, not my forearm, my hand is on top of him, and this one is on the side, right? And then from here, this is where I'm gonna knife his neck, boom, right? So he comes in, and I move back, boom, boom, right? Always defend yourself by exposing your forearm, okay? So when I say expose your forearm, meaning your forearm should not be like this, right? It should be like that, right? It's either this way or this way, right? One up, one down. And I have videos on the 8 types of blocks that you need to know. It's just the same concept, but this time we're gonna focus on how to attack with the forearm, okay? So if he comes in again, down, bum, right? Bum, and then bum, bum again. So same scenario, if he comes in, the first scenario is moving back this way, right? The second scenario, if he comes in and you see him move back and then both hands down this way, right? Because you see his hand coming down, so you go down this way, right? In the beginning, I was showing this move. Now I'm showing this 2 moves, right? This low block, based on your forearm, right? And then bump, and in here, again, forearm hitting his neck on both sides. So forearm out, forearm in, and then knee, okay? So if he comes in, go, pow, boom. Those are the some of the scenarios on how to use your forearms in order to generate power, okay? So the next time you practice, focus on tightening the forearm to create power versus focusing on the fist to take him down, right? Because think about it, the more techniques you learn, the more arsenals you have in your pocket, the better a karate practitioner you become. So watch these videos. If you like what you saw, please click subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video.